Hello students and welcome back to the video lecture series of web programming. Today's topic is JavaScript regular expression. I am your instructor Ms. Shruti Rawal. So first of all, let us try to understand what is validation in JavaScript, right? So I have many times told you that JavaScript is a client-side scripting language which is basically or majoritarily used for validations. Now what do you mean by validations? You have seen such sort of web pages in which you have such sort of sign up or registration form, right? There are certain input that you take from user and that should match a particular pattern. For example, you can see in the first text box that there is a message being displayed that username must be alphanumeric and it should contain 5 to 12 characters, right? So the username that already has been entered is not according to the predefined pattern which has been written inside the script. Similarly, you can see the second thing that email ID must also should have a valid address. Telephone number should be a valid UK telephone number, that is it should have 11 digits, right? So these all are the prerequisite pattern of characters that a user should follow while entering the input in this registration form. This is nothing but this is known as validations, and you can create such validations in JavaScript. How can you do so? Yes, that is a very good question. You can do so using regular expression in JavaScript. Now you may wonder, ma'am, what is a regular expression? Regular expression is nothing but it is also a sequence of character that basically follows or forms a search pattern. So there are two things. There is a search pattern and there is a string that is to be compared with this search pattern. So again, if we go to the previous example, you can see that the user input certain characters. So the input from user is basically nothing but it is a string of character. You have to match this string of character with the regular expression pattern that you will create in JavaScript, right? So if the pattern if the string is according to the pattern that you have created, then it means the user is allowed to go further, and if the pattern and the string has a mismatch, then you will display some sort of message to the user so that user can try to enter the correct string which is according to the pattern that you have created in regular expression. So again, what is regular expression? Regular expression is nothing but it is a sequence of character that forms a search pattern. Now, this search pattern can basically be used for text search operation that I have already told, that you have a string that the user is entering and you can search this particular string against the pattern that you have created in the JavaScript, match it. If it is returning true, you can let the user to go further. If it is returning false, you can display any of the pop-up boxes that we have already studied in the previous lecture and tell the user to enter the correct string. Or you can also use the regular expression for replace operation. You can replace the strings also, right? Also in a regular expression, what you can do, you can, when you are searching for some sort of data in a text, you can use this regular expression search pattern to describe what are you searching for, right? For example, if I have a data in which I am searching that whether there is an email ID present or not, in regular expression you can specify a pattern in which you can specify that does this particular text contain an email ID or not. You can create a pattern on your own, right, for searching a particular pattern in the existing data. Also, this regular expression can be a single character or it can be a more complicated pattern. So now let us see what is the syntax for creating this regular expression and how can we use this regular expression for searching a particular pattern in a string. So the the first thing that we will learn is syntax of regular expression. So whenever you want to create a regular expression in JavaScript, this is the syntax that you have to learn. So there are two slash, and inside the slash you have to write the regular expression pattern. So this pattern again can be a single character, it can be a more complicated pattern with a combination of different characters or quantifiers that we will study in the later lectures. And after the pattern you can also modify the search using modifiers. Again, modifiers, what is modifiers, that we will learn in detail in next lecture, but in this lecture we will learn only the overview about what is modifier using an example, right? For now you need to understand what is the syntax of regular expression. Between two slash you have to write a pattern. Now this pattern, when you create a regular expression pattern in JavaScript, again it is nothing but it is an object in JavaScript. So repeatedly I am telling you, everything that you create in JavaScript is nothing but it is an object, including the regular expression that you are creating inside the JavaScript. So whenever you create a pattern and if you store this pattern inside a variable, that variable will be of type object, right? So let us see, this is an example. Here you can see I have created a pattern between two slash. The pattern is Shruti. So this is a sequence of character that I have created for my pattern, and I have used the modifier I. Now what is this modifier? Modifier basically modifies your search for something. Here I is a modifier that is used for case insensitive search. If you skip this modifier, what will happen? My search will be by default case sensitive. So if there is a string of character and if I am searching the string of character or if I am comparing that string of character according to this pattern, what will happen? It will search for case sensitive pattern. So if in the string of character I have Shruti, but if the S is capital in the string of character and if in the pattern I have small s, there will be a mismatch, right? So it will be assumed that string of characters is not according to the pattern because the search will be case sensitive search. If I want to modify my search and make it case insensitive search, I can use the modifier I, which will create a search which is case insensitive. Now I have created this pattern, that is my regular expression pattern, and I have stored it inside a variable, you can see, where PATT. So this PATT is a type of regular expression object. So PATT is also a type of object, right? And because this is an object, there are methods that you can call on this object, right? So you can see this is a pattern that I have created, Shruti, and this is a modifier that I have used for modifying my search to be case insensitive. Now we will learn only one method, that is test method, in today's lecture. What does test method do? So basically test method test for a match in a string. You know there are two things. There is a pattern that I have created and that I have stored inside a variable. So that variable is of type object. I can call this method, that is test method, and I can check that if there is an existing string of characters, whether that string is according to the pattern that I have created or not. So if there is a match, the test method returns true, and if the string is not according to my pattern which I have created, then it returns false, right? So what is the syntax? Your regular expression object, whatever object in which you have stored the pattern, that object name dot, you have to call this method test, and inside test whatever string you want to match against the pattern, that string you have to pass inside this test method, right? So object name dot test, inside the bracket you have to pass the string. So this test method will compare this string against the pattern, will return either true or false according to the match, right? So here you can see that I have a heading in which I have written JavaScript expression, regular expression. I have a paragraph in which I have written what am I going to do. Basically I am creating a pattern Shruti and I am going to search it for a string that I am mentioning. There is a paragraph which has an ID demo, right? I am going to display the result of the test method. That is, you know that test is a boolean method that will either return true or false. So basically I am going to dynamically display the result true or false inside this paragraph. So you can see that initially nothing is being returned over here, right? And dynamically if I click on a button, so let us create a button, and inside the on click I will have a function to be called. Let us say try me is the function name, and yeah, so I am writing click me, right? And I am closing the button, right? So on buttons on click I am calling the function try me. So let us create this function try me. So let us create this function try me. So function try me, and inside that I have written this code. Let us try to understand what is this code. Okay, so here you can see that I have created a function try me, and this I have called on the buttons on click event handler attribute. So as soon as I click on try me, this function will be called. Let us see what have I done inside the function. So I have a variable str, and I have declared a string inside the str, hello Shruti, right? So this is a sequence of character which is stored inside my string str. Now again I have another variable patt, and that is of type regular expression object, because what is the syntax that I am using? I am using the regular expression syntax. Between two slashes, between two forward slash, I am writing a pattern. And what is the pattern that I am writing? Shruti, right? Also I am using the modifier I, which makes my search case insensitive. So now you may wonder that, ma'am, what does this pattern actually do against this string? You can see that I have called the method test. So I have called it using this pat object, pat dot test method, and inside test I am passing this str, that is the string which I have declared. Inside the string, what is the string that I have declared? Hello Shruti. So this hello Shruti will be checked against this pattern which I have declared, that is Shruti. Always remember this thing, that my regular expression will try to search this pattern inside your string. It means it will find the minimum match it will find. It will not try to find the exact match, right? What does it mean? It means that you can see over here that I have a bunch of characters that I have declared in the string, and the pattern specifies Shruti. So this pattern does not indicate that your string must be exact Shruti. It indicates that in the sequence of character somewhere there should be Shruti. So this should be a subset of this string. That is what my pattern indicates, right? So does this sequence of character contain Shruti? Yes, it do contain Shruti. So according to this pattern, my string character is true, right? So this test method will return true for this particular string or sequence of characters, and inside n what will be stored? Exactly, true will be stored. So this true I am going to display where? Inside this paragraph dynamically, and for that what I have to do? I have to get this paragraph and you know that how to get the paragraph. I have already demonstrated that in the DOM method. I have given id demo, so document.getElement by id demo dot which property I am using, inner HTML. So if I want to display something inside the paragraph, the property name of that is inner HTML, and for inner HTML what is the value that I have assigned? N, and inside N what is stored? Either true or false, only that thing is stored, because test returns boolean value. So in our particular case, because hello Shruti matches according to the pattern Shruti, what will be stored? True will be stored, and true will be assigned to this paragraph, and as soon as I click on try me button, what will be displayed on the paragraph's text? True will be displayed. Let us run this program and see. So initially you do not have any paragraph which displays true or false. As soon as I click on this button, the function will be called, the pattern will be matched against the string using test method. Test method will store true inside my variable N. My paragraph will be got using getElement by id, and N as a variable will be assigned to its inner HTML, and N will contain true. So let us click me, and you can see as soon as I click on click me, what is the thing that I get? I am getting true. Now you may wonder that ma'am, when will I get false? Okay, now let us write, or you can say change the string. Now does my this hello string contains this pattern Shruti? No, it does not contain this pattern. Let us reload the page. Right, so as soon as I reload the page, the first view I am getting. So as soon as I click on this, because you can see that now my string is not according to the pattern. So as soon as I call this test method and check this regular expression against this string, the test method will return false in N, and this false will be assigned to inner HTML. So as soon as I click on this, I will get false. Right, now let us see that if I am writing SHRUTI in small letters, right, because I have modified the search, it is becoming case insensitive. So whether this S is capital over here and S is capital over here and small over here, that does not matter, because I have modified my search using modifier I. So will this return true? Yes, this will return true. Let us reload the page and try to, yes, this is returning true because I have used the modifier I. What if I skip this modifier I? So you can see that now I am using only the pattern and skipping the modifier, that is I don't want my search to be case insensitive. By default your search will be case sensitive. So it will try to find this Shruti inside this. Will it get Shruti? No. Why? Because your S over here is small and your S over here is capital. There will be a mismatch in the case. So what will it return? Reloading the page and clicking on this, you can see that the result is false because the case sensitive search has been taken place. Instead, if again I write modifier I, reload the page and click, I will get true, because now again if I add modifier I, the search or the test is becoming case insensitive. Alright, so this was test method. Now I think you are getting an idea what is a test method. Test method checks for the string that you are passing inside the test method against the pattern that you have already created using the regular expression syntax. Okay, if the pattern matches with the string, it returns true, else it returns false. Always remember, this pattern always try to match minimum with the string, that is it, at least it will try to match. It will not try to match exact thing. So if you have a sequence of character, and if you want the exact match, you will have to create the pattern accordingly. You may wonder how to create such a pattern. You will learn how to create exact matches in the upcoming lectures. For now, this was all about today's lecture. Thank you.